Hello and welcome to Tarot Electric. I am Mary Schock. I'm going to offer you all a bit of tarot guidance across time and space. Let this card reach you wherever you are in this present moment. And I got the Ten of Cups. What a sweet card. I'm pulling with the Rider-Waite deck. So if you know this deck, you're familiar with how sweet this image is. It's really the rainbow arching over the sky, filled with 10 cups, and then the happy family rejoicing underneath. So I see all the tens as really a fulfillment of the suit and a totality of the suit. And when we're dealing with cups, we're dealing with heart and emotion center. So this is a little bit of guidance for you all listening, that this kind of total filling of the heart space with love is available to you now in your life. So if you're already feeling it, if you're looking around your life and saying, wow, I am supported by a community that loves me and that I love, and we are really coming together at this time to rejoice and celebrate and share that love, then this card is asking you all to look around, feel that energy, and be grateful for it, and to let that spread out from your family, your chosen family, your circle, your community, till it just ripples out to reach just a bit of a bigger circle, outward community. Oh, and then it just reaches even further, and then it gets the whole city, and then it gets the whole nation, and then it gets the whole world, the whole universe, all of our extraterrestrial brothers and sisters. So just have this real circle of love just stretching out over everything. And if you're already feeling this kind of love, then you're in a position to spread and share it. If you're not feeling this kind of energy, this card is really saying that it's here for you. And we're kind of asking, what's preventing you from feeling totally supportive and supported, and totally loved in a really compassionate way. And when I look at the bottom of the deck, I'm looking at the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords sometimes gets a bad rap, especially in the Rider-Waite deck. I actually love it, but here, when I really felt compelled to look at it in response to what might be stopping us from feeling this kind of connectedness, and I think the Seven of Swords has an energy of going your own way, and sometimes this is a really helpful energy. At certain levels in our life, we need a direction that can only be found from following our own path. But just in this particular instance, I think the answer to what might be stopping us from feeling the connectivity of all humankind and all life on this planet is our need to fulfill our own desires, and let our own, because the swords are thoughts and mentality, let our own thoughts be heard above the love. So there's a way here in which love can really save us, and where it's not really important for all of us to voice our opinions at all times, and that there are times where we can just be quiet and hold other people while they share. So I would, at this time, see in what ways you can sacrifice your own path, things in your own life, in order to support the greater good, because that's really going to support you in the end. And it's this whole balancing act, because of course you don't want to give yourself away to the group, but following our own agendas here, we can see how that's preventing us all from kind of feeling the communal love. And this is a way, it's also interesting because the Seven of Swords is sometimes seen as like the stranger. So I think this idea of how we are divided, and the idea of how someone can be other, and that we are our own selves, and that our own self is the most important rather than another person, and if their path or who they are looks different from who I am, then they're scary. and they're threatening, this kind of thought process is really stopping us from joining together and rising up. So these cards really want us to look at the ways in which we can grow more connected and hold on to that love, because it's really there. Wow, that was fun, right? Oh, it's fun to use the Rider-Waite, get the minors. That was super fun. I hope that resonates. Let me know how it goes. So this recording is really an intro to our 27th podcast. So if you're listening to this, this is part 1, and part 2 is like next in your feed. But I really couldn't figure out how to make the technology happen today, and I just really wanted to put this out there. So rather than taxing myself with figuring out how to put it all together, I'm just putting it out in 2 parts. So, listen to both. I'm going to make this as short as possible, because up next in the feed, the real meat of this episode is our Astrology and Tarot Myth Busters edition presented by Cheryl Fair. This is a live recording. We get into really the ways in which tarot and astrology do not work together, some viewpoints on the history of both tarot and astrology, which really sheds some light on what they're both really all about separately. And then we get even more into some kind of astrology 101. Now, this is an exciting episode because it really was so inspiring to Cheryl and I that we decided to present BMore Astrology Club. So Tarot Club's getting a little sister in Astrology Club. It's going to be a monthly meetup, just like Tarot Club, where we all join together to share and learn and express our feelings about astrology and really share the knowledge and feel it out together. So it's going to be super fun. Each meeting is going to be led by Cheryl, an experienced astrologer who's going to give us some lessons, answer some questions, but all levels of astrology experience are welcome. So if you're a beginner, or maybe I would consider myself like an intermediate astrology enthusiast, definitely come. You're going to learn a lot. There's going to be experts to answer your questions. But if you are maybe more of an expert astrologer, please come also. You're going to have peers to talk and share knowledge together, and you're going to have a lot to share with the group. So it's going to be part learning lessons and then part sharing discussion. And we're really going to start in the beginning with learning how to read your natal chart. And that's Cheryl's idea, and I love it because it's a really personal way to start to understand astrology and how it works. So our first BMore Astrology Club meeting is Sunday, November 19th, 7 to 8:30 p.m. at Meta Wellness Center in Hamden in Baltimore. So you can go to my website, maryshock.com, and get all the info. I'll put links to the event details in both of the show notes for this and the actual episode. So please come out and join us. And if you can come, contact me before and we'll get your natal, your birth chart printed out. So you can give me your birth information. That's your birthday, the exact time and location of where you were born. So ask your mom and contact me, send me an email, or join the BMore Astrology Club Facebook group. You can send us messages or just chat with us there and tell me how you're feeling. Send me your birth chart info. Chat with Cheryl. So I can't wait. BMore Astrology Club, Sunday, November 19th. Also join the Facebook group. That's going to be amazing. So I've got a couple events coming up and I want to talk to you about all of them. Right now, when I release this, we're just coming up on Halloween or Samhain or Witch's New Year. So this Saturday is Baltimore Reclaiming's Samhain ritual. That's Saturday, November 28th. It starts at 6:30 to 9, and the location is Homewood Friends Meeting House. That's in Charles Village. So if you listen to the episode a couple weeks back where I was able to chat with two witches from the Baltimore Reclaiming tradition, then you probably already have this on your calendar and you got so excited. But take a listen to that episode to really figure out what reclaiming is all about, and please come and join for the Samhain ritual because it's going to be super beautiful. We're going to talk to some ancestors, we're going to get some guidance, and we're going to work together. So that's going to be fun. Tuesday, October 31st, that's actual Halloween. I'll be reading tarot at the Renaissance Baltimore Harbor Place Hotel with evenings at the Renaissance from 5 to 7 p.m. So come out, get a tarot reading, dress up fancy, that'll be fun. Then Saturday, November 4th, I'm hosting a Reiki 1 attunement class. My Reiki teacher, Pada Soyamoto, is visiting Baltimore and opening up this class to Tarot Club, to anyone in the Baltimore community who would like to get a Reiki 1 attunement. It's super sliding scale donation of just $20 to $100. Donate what you can. And I think getting these healing modalities is more important now than ever. So bring a friend. That is going to be at Holy Underground, Saturday, November 4th from 2 to 6 p.m. Then we've got the next day, BMore Tarot Club, Sunday, November 5th from 7 to 8:30 p.m., also at Holy Underground. We're going to talk about the Hermit. It's 1 year anniversary. I'm going to bring like some kombucha, and it's just going to be a total party. So please come. It's going to be so fun to BMore Tarot Club. Then the next Sunday, November 12th, we've got Tarot and Cocktails at Golden West. Rain Alexander and I will be slinging cards. There's mystical drinks, and it's just a really good time. That starts at 9. You want to get there early. And then the Sunday after that is BMore Astrology Club. So Sundays are packed now. All of this info is on my website, maryshock.com. I'll put some links in the show notes. So I just hope to see all of your faces soon, and many blessings. Thank you so much to everyone who listens, who reaches out to me. If you have any thoughts or questions, ideas about the show, if you want to be on the show, just like send me an email. Let me know how it's going. maryshocktarot@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you all. You know that you can find Tarot Electric on iTunes, right? It's on the podcast app on your iPhones. It's on iTunes. So you can get Tarot Electric on SoundCloud, iTunes, also Stitcher. So subscribe, and you can certainly rate and review the podcast on iTunes. That would be a huge help to let others get to see and share the podcast with them. So if you could rate and review, that would be so helpful. Thank you so much. If you could just tell a friend about the podcast, and if you want to become a Patreon on Patreon, you can do that too. Tarot Electric has a page there. So if you like what I'm doing with Tarot Electric, with Tarot Club, with Astrology Club, please consider joining the Patreon. There's some exclusive deals, including tarot scopes each month for just $1. So thanks again. Thank you all just for listening, being part of my tarot journey. I appreciate all of you. And after you listen to this recording, make sure to just listen to this actual episode this week. That'll be the next recording in your feed. So many thanks and many blessings.